Hello and welcome to These Battlegrounds. I'm Bobby B, and today we'll be looking at the GIJoe Classified series, Ralph, Steeler, Pulaski, and Short-Fuze. This is going to be a Target exclusive and a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. We got the 2-pack. It's hitting, I believe, early November, probably late October, the way, Target street dates roll out and everything. But we got them here. We're going to take a look at them and do some comparisons at the end and go from there. So, diving in right off the bat. Number 181 in the line, with Hawk being 182, it kind of makes sense. We got our UPC for you guys. You guys want to scan it with your Target app, try to pre-order it, go from there, do what you got to do. But otherwise, GIJoe Classified series, carbon fiber, boring-ish packaging. Ralph, Steeler, Pulaski, and Short-Fuze. And fun fact about Steeler here, he's from Pittsburgh, so a nice local pull lock. But we got little action shot of Short-Fuze up there, little action shot of Steeler there. No Mobat, but I believe the ramen tanks are starting to hit, so he'll be feeling like home in no time. Oh yeah, of course, we got our QR code and then our split attributes. So looks like Steeler's gonna be your head armor guy. Then in the back we get a little shot of them at some looks like some kind of base camp that we have our mass device elements and our mass device elements with a Pyramid of Darkness cube. I can't think of what that thing's called. It looks like over there on the cart, like we saw with the 25th anniversary line. And then we got Short-Fuze loading up the mortar round, and we got that shot of Steeler again. Close up of their portraits, and then of course our blast effects. Which I guess it's been a while since we've got some blast effects, so if you're coming in now, it kind of works out pretty well in your favor. But going through the blast effects real quick, nothing we haven't seen before. All the different muzzle flashes. We'll use this weapon for demonstration purposes. So you got all kinds of different muzzle flashes and effects, and then they can all, well, most of them can like stack up on each other. So, whoa! I'm gonna snap that off. Uh-oh. Well, that was scary. So you can kind of build off them, use them for different things. Let's see if we can go from there. Obviously, some can't be built off each other, but you get the point. So we got that X flash. We got this kind of like dispersed blast effect. now I'm paranoid. Let me grab a different gun. Hawk's. Well, I guess we got the ESU shoddy right here for this. So you can kind of build up as you go. Get one of these. You get a slightly shorter one, which we'll be revisiting those two coming up here. We get this large blast. And again, you can keep building off them. We got this guy. I don't know if you guys can hear the old Banshee in the background there. It's something different, something to alter your shelves with. We got our spray. Got our simple one. This is probably one of my preferred ones. Just simple. Then we have our smoking barrel effect. I'm trying to think of the last time we got blast effects. Did the Valkyries have them? I feel like a 2-pack recently. Twilight Guards, did they have them? But anyways, you get those. They're over there. We'll revisit some as we continue in. But jumping into our man from Pittsburgh first, Steeler. We don't have a Mobat to show him off with yet. But like I said, the ramen hunter tanks are shipping, so I'm sure that there'll be plenty of opportunities to find yourself a 1/12 scale tank to go with them. But as far as accessories, we get our helmet, and then he's got his binocular visor, whatever you want to call it, and that is translucent, as you can kind of see the stripe through there. Little headset action. Slightly different than the helmet we've gotten a few times. We got the ear protection kind of more sunken in. A little bit of green on the rail system. We'll get that on him here in a second. Well, I can't speak. We got our entrenching tool that we saw with Outback. This time we got a silver blade, black handle. It still has the peg hole for the to plug in somewhere, but there is nowhere for it to plug in on anybody. At least, well, maybe. At least not yet that I've found. So. Got this. One of these knives goes to him, one of them doesn't, but 2 knives in the set. First one's going to be this kind of curved one, a little bit of serrated edge, silver blade, black handle. Not a whole lot else going on with it. Then we have this small, well, I don't want to say small, but long, slender knife, silver blade, black handle, a little bit of a serrated edge there. Not a whole lot else going on with it. And as far as in the packaging, obviously you can mix and match however you want, but this blade was on the left, the other one was on the right, so that's kind of why I have them split like that for now. As far as firepower goes, we get this interesting looking Beretta type thing with the extended mag. There is no porthole for blast effects. And then we have our Uzi, so we're keep with the OG weapons with the porthole for blast effects. And then the suppressor comes off, but you can't, no blast effects can go on it, but you can put the suppressor over onto the pistol. So it's been a minute since I think we've seen this combo, but it's back. There you have it. Looking at our man himself, he's got some very, very out of regs hair. We got some 5 o'clock shadow going on. I don't know if my light's gonna pick it up, but he does have some 5 o'clock shadow going on. Some nice hair, working our way around, all slicked back. I'm not sure what top this is, but he's got like a jacket kind of top with the textured turtleneck underneath. We got some zippers in the pockets, and then this shoulder harness is attached to the belt, which is attached to the drop leg. So as far as articulation goes, we can look down that much, we can look up that much. T-pose. Got the bicep cut. Like I said, there's those zippers for those pockets in that jacket. Double jointed. Whoa, knock our camera down. Woo. Double jointed pinless elbows. Stiff. Get you that much bend. Got some all black gloves. Some knuckles sculpted on there. Same thing on the other side. We got some butterfly in there. And then if I can close up of this shoulder harness for you guys. A little bit of stitching sculpted in there, some buttons and whatnot. And this spins all over the place. Can this pistol fit in here? Yep. So there you have your pistol. We got an ab crunch. A little bit of movement in the waist, but this harness is gonna interfere with you a little bit. Drop down legs, can split that much. It does affect the drop leg holsters. He can sit, so if there is a tank, I'm sure he could fit into it. Got the thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees. Boot cut, and then ankle rocker rotation. And I'm pretty sure this is Retro Duke's legs. At least they're his boots. I'm not 100% sure on the legs, but looking at these, the rest of this web gear and pouches. So we got our drop down into the belt. We got some silver rings right there. Not a whole lot else going on. We have this large holster over here, and we can keep the Uzi in it. The suppressor can slide it through these loops back here. If I can get this through. And then we have our knife sheath. As far as getting this helmet on, right over the head. Get my light back over here for you guys. Get that visor down. And he's calling those shots. So a member of the 13, I wasn't, or 14, it depends how you count it. I wasn't expecting, to be honest. At least we knew we weren't getting him solo, because it'd be, you know, just that. But definitely here to complete the OG 13, so, or 14, depending on what side of what era you grew up in. And I think he works, and I can't wait to see. I have a hunter tank on the way, so I'm excited to get him in that. Switching over to our boy Short-Fuze. As far as accessory goes, we go the helmet. We just saw this with Colonel Hawk. This time we got it with this lime green, light green paint for the rails and everything. It's got the rhino mount. It's got the brown pouch on the back to control the Peltor's headset. It's got the head mouthpiece. Visor goes up and down, and that is a clear visor, which we'll look at here. We got some glasses. You guys know how I feel about some glasses, especially on characters that don't normally take them off, but we'll get him situated here in a second. Continue on with accessories. Well, that was it. So we got that knife we already showed off, but weapon-wise, we got this nice pistol we've seen with, I believe, Outback, maybe some other people. It's got the laser, the light, whatever you want to call it, on the bottom of it. It's got the nice little detail for the grip being taped up. We also got Recondo's like Mark 14 style rifle, also covered in the tape. The magazine does come out a little round sculpted in there, no paint on it though. The magazine does come out of, oh yeah, that. Continue on with Outbacks. We got Outback's little short M4 without the stock. We got a very interesting colored brown strap, and that thing is stiff. Magazine does drop out of that. Goes back in. Is it the same mag? Different mags. No, different mags. Almost the same. But these are both Target exclusives originally, right? So maybe Target was like, yeah, keep using those molds. Oh, look at that. That is warped to shit. Unless I'm just seeing things. So we got those going for us. And then, of course, we have our first mortar, 6 years down the line with, the mortarman being one of the original 13. And here we are with it finally getting it now. So all black, not a whole lot going on with it. There is some movement. So this little base plate does come out and you can move it around for when you collapse it and everything like that. It's just a little ball peg in there. Goes in and out. It's got a little bit of movement to it, so you can kind of adjust your, probably helps if I get that on the screen, huh? Kind of adjust it how it goes. There's a little handle on it, so you can pick it up and move it. A little bit of detail. It does have this bipod, a little bit of movement. It does have a C-clamp on it. So you can kind of get it to how you want it. And then there is a little aiming assist viewer right here. Come on. There we go. And that is also articulated a bit. As far as weaponry with that, we got one mortar round. There is a peg on the back for some blast effect action. Then if you just want to drop it in, it sits about that tall out of it. It doesn't really lock in or anything like that, so it will slide out. And then I think some of the promo shots we had, let me see if I could do this. I was trying to do this before I started recording. The promo shots have something like this going on. Kind of wedge that in there. So maybe that's why they included it. I'm not sure. I feel like the blast effects are too flimsy for it. They could have just given us just retooled a new like rocket blast kind of situation that could be reused on bazooka and all those others. But there you have that. We also get this folding backpack, so it can be folded, opened. Let's get this bad boy. So you pop that off, you push that down, you fold that up, you re-plug that in, and then this all lines up nice and smooth. The handle goes through the slit on the back, and it's just like that. And you're ready to go. As far as him wearing it on his back, he's good to go. It's not going anywhere. So there we have that. All right, now let's look at our boy. Let's grab our helmet. Take these glasses off. Short-Fuze. It's got a kind of a fade going on. This little hard part sculpted in there. Some darker eyebrows. Very baby-faced, in my opinion. We got some interesting web gear, which I'm not familiar with. But we got some silver buckles in there. We got a brown pouch over here. Looks like a radio. Oh, it is. Oh, there's an antenna. So yeah, radio. A little bit of string on there. Just kind of wise in the back. And then this looks like it's going to be the same buck we've seen with the rest of the OG. 13-figure stalker, Dusty. Well, Dusty's not OG, but you know what I mean. That BDU style uniform. So we got our T-pose. Bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows. Make sure I don't take out my camera this time. We got some brown in the pockets up there. We got the fingerless glove hands, which are the worst hands in the classified series because they are rock hard and you gotta cut them. Someone else has had one recently and I completely... Budo has them. They're horrible. I think Law and Order. They're just so bad. They need resculpt. Like, look at, I'm struggling to try to open these here, so we'll have to mess with those as we get on or when I do my thing. But got the ab crunch. We got black buckles, brown pouches on the belt. Working our way around. We got this drop leg. I feel like I should know whose this is, but I don't. Drop leg pouch, black straps, brown pouch. We got some, again, that I think I'd remember the string. We got a little bit of molly to tie it off. We got a drop leg holster over here, and then we got a nice little knife sheath. So we do the splits, kick forward. We got our thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees. We got our boot cut. We have this atrocious knife sheath that keeps dropping down. And then we got our ankle rocker rotation. So the usual. Let's get him loaded up real quick. Throw this knife in here. Grab that pistol. And that's basically it for all that stuff. So we'll go glasses. I don't know Short-Fuze as well as I thought I did. So does he take his glasses off regularly? Are they on? Are they prescription? Are they sunglasses? Because they got a little bit of a tint to them. But I think they fit pretty well. I feel like they're docs. But we have those. Let's see if I can get this helmet on with the glasses going without this being a complete train wreck. There's helmet on without glasses. See, that microphone lined up good, but visor down, visor up. Now it's time for the glasses. All right, it took a little bit of finagling with my trusty tweezers, but I kind of worked them in with the helmet going on. Now I feel like the helmet's sitting high. Come on. So, just got to work it a little bit, I guess, but otherwise you got it. Again, you guys know how I feel about removable glasses, especially in situations like this. Helmets, all day. Take the helmets off. But glasses, come on. Glasses, helmet combos. Court's out for that one, but there you have it. So get our boy Short-Fuze, our boy Steeler. Nearby we have a Grunt. And then General Hawk still sitting on my desk over here. So we got I'm sorry, Colonel Hawk, excuse me. So we're still waiting on what? Grand Slam. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Who else are we missing here? Zap. We missing anyone else? I'm truly drawing a blank. So, yeah, the 13's coming. It's taking a little bit, but we're getting it. And as far as someone like Steeler, like I said, I wasn't expecting to see him anytime soon, especially without the Mobat. So glad to see we finally got him. Glad he's representing the Steel City out here. And then that's all I got. So how do you feel about this set? Do you like the simple, like, OG designs? Would you want them spruced up a little bit, like our boy Hawk? I will say I do like them spruced up myself, but Short-Fuze is definitely rocking a very, very clean look to me right now. So that's all I got. Till next time, load up, grab your kits. See you on the battlegrounds.